Someone's coming through the gauntlet. Go see Fridge. He'll tell you what to do.
Please, just don't hurt me.
Hey, Shank.
Well, look who it is. Liking what you've done with the place, boss. The gang certainly seem pleased with their new little kingdoms. Haven't seen people this revved up since last time someone spiked the water fountains. Never formally introduced myself. Name's Shank. And if you're standing here, well, I suppose Gage figured you might be the one to finally get things back on track. How long it taken to convince you it was time to move on, Common?
And what makes you think I've been convinced?
Well, if you aren't yet, you sure as hell should be. Giving the gang spots to call their own around the park, it bought you some goodwill. But providing them with their own domains, carved from the settlements of the Commonwealth, well, I can't think of a better way to solidify your place around here. Plus, make us all a pretty penny along the way. If that interests you, well, all you've got to do is say the word, and we can let the fun begin.
I wanted to ask about your role in this.
I'm listening.
Which gang do you work for?
Don't work for the gangs. Gage brought me in to work for the overboss. Plan was I'd advise Coulter in his grand scheme to run roughshod over the Commonwealth. And despite Coulter's change of heart, I've kept my ear to the ground, just in case that day ever came. I'm hoping today might finally be it.
So, what exactly is it you do?
I'll walk you through all the ins and outs of getting us established on the other side of those mountains. Claiming territory, running jobs, keeping folks loyal. Gage and Coulter also tasked me with keeping on top of the goings-on back there. So I'll provide you with guidance on the places we can hit and the places we can't. Kind of makes me your one-stop shop for causing havoc in the Commonwealth.
What is it that you get out of helping me do this?
I've been well taken care of up to this point. I ain't greedy, but people with my kind of talents aren't common. All I'm looking for is a continuation of the lifestyle I've become accustomed to. And the same piece of the Commonwealth pie everyone else around here has been itching to take a bite of.
That was all I had.
So, does that mean you're ready to begin?
If I'm gonna do this, I don't want to hurt people.
No fun in that. But look, you're the overboss. You decide you want to sweet-talk the poor sods we're gonna be dealing with instead of filling them full of lead? That's up to you. But I can't change the fact that you're gonna have to run some people out of their homes so we can give them to the gangs. No one said being boss was gonna be easy. Now, you just say if this is something you're ready to move on.
Let's discuss this later.
Up to you, boss. I'm not going anywhere.
Need something, boss?
Can you give me an update on Nuka World?
Don't worry about Nuka World for now. Stay focused on the Commonwealth, okay, boss?
Nope, nothing.
If you say so.
You're lucky Nish is in charge. If it were up to me, you'd be dead.
Need something, boss? Can I call dibs on whatever that's gonna be? Need something, boss?
Come with me. I need your help.
Yeah, okay. Sure.
questions about Nuka World?
So you ready to get this show on the road, boss?
Okay, let's get started.
Music to my ears.
Shank ain't kidding. This is gonna be all kinds of fun.
So getting us set up in the Commonwealth's gonna require 3 things. Territory, provisions, and loyalty. First things first, territory. We're gonna need to claim a settlement for our gang to work from, an outpost. And there are 2 ways to claim new territory. You can head in yourself and convince the locals to leave, or I can get a crew together and you all can put them in the dirt. How you do it is up to you. So, first big decision. You want to talk them off their land, or you want to wipe them out?
I think you know what I'd rather do, boss.
Is there a difference between the approaches?
Well, settlers will probably rally some bodies if you try and wipe them out, but it's a guaranteed way to claim a spot. If you try to scare them off their land, there's a chance they might just tell you to take a hike. At that point, you might be able to buy them off. But it could end up getting expensive if you don't work them over a bit first. Beyond just that, there are some places out there overrun with trouble. Ghouls, children of Adam, and the like. Those places aren't going to be interested in having a chat, so you're going to have more options if you go in guns blazing.
Let me talk to them. I'll convince them to leave.
Works for me. Once you've planted your flag in the place, I'll send a crew in to set up shop. Now, next up, you'll have to pick who you want to hold your outpost once it's established. Of course, every outpost you claim for a gang is going to be something the other gangs don't have. And none of them like the thought of their rivals getting a leg up on them. Worth thinking over as you dole out more territory. So, which gang should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
The Disciples.
Yeah? Better bring a tarp.
I'm sure the ladies will be happy to get some blood on their hands. For a good cause, of course. Hell, for any cause.
That just leaves the target. Now, for a new outpost, you'll usually want to target a spot with plenty of populated settlements nearby that might be able to feed our people later on. Taffington Boathouse, Croup Manor, Greentop Nursery, the Slog all had a good number of farms within striking distance last I checked. Though I'll need to go through my notes again, make sure they're all still good to target. We're not always going to be able to run every job against every settlement. So, you ready to pick the spot for Nuka World's first new homestead?
We can't target certain settlements with certain jobs?
Unfortunately. Can't talk people off their land if there's no one around to talk to and the like. Most cases, I'll try to let you know why we can't target a place, but the biggest hindrance is if there's already some activity going on there. Though if that is the case, that Pip-Boy of yours might be able to give you some info on whatever might be blocking us hitting that spot. Now, you ready to pick that first settlement?
What were those targets you'd recommended before?
Croup Manor, Taffington Boathouse, Greentop Nursery, and the Slog. Again, I can't guarantee those will all be available targets till I check my notes. But if they are, they're certainly a good place to start. Now you ready to make your decision?
I'm ready.
Good. So, where do you want to hit? You alright, boss? You gonna give me something? Want to give me another target? Or maybe change up the job?
Why would I want to change up the type of job?
Well, some places in the Commonwealth aren't interested in talking to you. So going in guns blazing will usually give you more spots you can hit. Personally, I think it's a hell of a lot more fun too. Plus, shooting the place up is a guaranteed way to get what you want. Trying to convince a settlement can go awry if you don't do the right prep.
Let's do a different target.
You got it. So, what's the target? You gotta give me something, boss. Wanna give me another target? Or maybe change up the job?
I want to change the job.
Sure thing. How you wanna do it?
I'm gonna need some time to think about it.
Of course. I'll be here.
Hi there!
So you decided how you want to claim that territory?
Let me talk to them.
Works for me. Which gang should I have join you once you've staked your claim?
The Disciples.
Now, the target. You ready to decide where this is going down?
I'm ready.
Good. So, where you want to do this?
Hi
Wait,
there!
pretty
if you
sure
have
that place
any
is one of
questions
yours,
about
boss.
Nuka World, I'd
That's
be
where you wanna
delighted
hit?
to answer them. And remember, if you collect a full set of park medallions, I'll give you a
Does that
special
matter?
reward.
Only if you want to keep control of it. Targeting a settlement for a job is gonna break whatever connections you might have had to the place. Worth taking a moment to consider how much you like having that spot under your thumb. So, that the target?
That one's the target.
Just wanted to make sure. So, to get these folks to scram, you got two main options. Buy them out, or scare them off. Either way, the more afraid they are, the simpler or cheaper getting them gone will be. Lizzie Wyeth over with the operators should have some toys that'll make running them off easier. And it's worth keeping in mind, the more populated or fortified a place is, the more prep you're gonna want to do before trying to run them off. Scare them good, boss.
Shank.
Let those settlers know it's time they packed their bags.
It ain't easy keeping the zoo. We all do our part. Sure could use a drink. Gotta be some liquor around here somewhere.
Was a bet gonna see who could down a mutie from the longest distance. William made a whole mess of caps that week.
I think you missed a spot, Scab. Sweep that patch again.
Please, just leave me alone. I'm doing my best, okay?
Hey, you shoot my help and you're gonna be the one pushing that broom. You got that, tough guy?
Just having a little fun, Granny. Keeping the kid on his toes.
I don't give a mole rat's ass how many of you raiders there are. In here,
Don't worry about me.
my
I'll
bar
stay in
and
line.
my rules.
Understanding the operators ain't hard. We know how to live. The other gangs? Dying is more their strong suit.
Hey there, Mr. Boss, sir. Lauren sells the drinks. You'll probably want to talk to her.
Don't
Kinda
think all
bad
this
for these
meat has
traders,
domesticated
having to
us.
wear the collars
You're lucky
like
Nish is
that.
in charge. If it were up to me, you'd be dead.
Hard not to preen when you're the best, ain't it?
Thirsty work running the park.
Oh, God.
Don't you
Not you
worry,
again.
sweetheart.
Where's Victor?
I got you
I
covered.
know you've done something with him.
Please.
What have you
It's
got?
not like people
I
like you
got
just
whatever
sit
liquor
here
this
and
rowdy
stare.
bunch can get their hands on. From fine spirits to rot gut that'll put a fire in your belly. What'll it be?
Let's see what you got.
You bet.
It's Red Eye here, running Raider Radio.
Just here to pick up some supplies, boss.
Mags and William are strict as far as bosses go. But if you can do the job, I'll take care of it.
Never did get why Coulter brought in 3 gangs to claim Nuka World. I mean, he had us. Don't need the rest.
I heard you were looking for me.
You heard the alarm, right? That means someone's in the gauntlet. Looks like a real tough one, too. What happens next is up to you. You can take him on yourself in the arena, or I can make sure our little rat never gets out of the maze.
There's not gonna be a fight. Set them free.
Damn, really? Well, you're the boss. Won't pretend I'm not disappointed, though.
Was a bet gonna see who could down a mutie from the longest distance. William made a whole mess of caps that week.
Hey, Lizzie.
Over, boss. A pleasure. Shank said you might need some tools to ease relations with the people of the Commonwealth. Well, you've come to the right place. I've put together a couple of toys that should make getting what you want out of those rubes easier. Only thing we ask in return is that you remember the operators when you're handing out new territory on the other side of the mountains.
What exactly have you got?
So, first up, something to manipulate a target. It's a homemade distillation brewed to mimic human flight pheromones. Toss one of these grenades at the feet of your target, and convincing the wary settler suddenly becomes a much simpler affair. Now, to function effectively, I had to make the formula precise. So it's not going to work on people in any of the big towns like Bunker Hill or Diamond City, nor on caravanners. But for your purposes, hitting settlements out in the Commonwealth, it ought to give you a serious edge.
So, it only works at settlements. Are there any other restrictions I need to know about?
Nothing beyond that. I've been trying to get the formulas working better for more varied environments. But for now, the current brew should serve.
Take any advantage I can get.
Well, this should give you one. Here. Only had enough to make the one locally. But you can take the recipe as well, should you find yourself wanting more. So, the other trick up our sleeve is a little more broad spectrum than the grenades. Gulp down a couple lungfuls, and anyone you speak to will be far more apt to give you what you want. Plus, I've winnowed down the addiction risk to near zero, so no need to fear repeat usage. Here, ingredients for that one have been tricky to find, but between that and the grenade, you should have no problem getting at least one settlement under your control before you have to brew up your own. And just remember us when you're crushing those poor settlers underfoot,
Lizzie.
I wonder how much of Gage's little plan to replace Coulter wasn't just to make sure the bosses didn't take his head off, too. So much money spent on this place, just to hawk some soda. Sad, don't you think?
You really should rethink where you stand. Unless you're a fan of watching your back. Gage must have pulled a few strings if someone like you was in charge then.
You're all a bunch of psychopaths.
I never realized how much you enjoyed playing with fire, and I can't wait to see you burn.
Hey guys, I've got a fun one for you. You remember when...
You know, in a lot of instances, poor life choices will get you
to
killed.
make it happen? Look how far we've come.
Keep slumming it with those animals. I'm sure Nisha will be dying to put you down.
A word of advice, boss. You don't want to be on our bad side.
You're lucky Nisha's in charge. If it were up to me, you'd be dead.
Next time I see you, I hope I'm gouging those eyes out.
Not
Hi,
sure
boss.
who's worse,
Was wondering
you
when you were gonna
or
come see me.
Coulter.
Heard you're collecting toys to help you mark us out some new stomping grounds. Well, ours is, without a doubt, the finest little piece of hardware you've ever laid your eyes on. Sure, she may be based off some shitty operator tech, but a little Dixie love and some fine tweak can go a long way. Let's just say, them fever blossoms ain't no joke. Mix them with just the right ingredients, makes people madder than a hornet's nest. Perfect for convincing any meddlesome settlers to rip each other apart.
Is there anything else I should know about this?
I mean, she won't work on bots or lower gen synths, but otherwise, that's it in a nutshell. All you gotta do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Sounds like I'll be putting it to good use.
Damn straight you will. I trust you'll make her mama proud. Only wish I could watch the show myself.
Dixie.
I'm fixing to toss your head on a pike if you don't walk away right now.
Walk away.
Savoy.
The only thing keeping me from ripping your throat out is Nisha.
Just when I thought things couldn't get any worse, you had to turn up.
I ain't gonna lie to you all.
Not sure who's worse, you or Coulter.
What's happening?
Hey, I got something for you.
Go on.
There's a traitor that ripped off one of our outposts. An example must be made. Take this shock collar, sneak up, and snap it on when he isn't looking. Or beat him to a bloody pulp, my preference, then snap it on.
Can't lie. It's always just a little bit funny to see the look on their faces when they realize what's happened.
Yeah, no.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you by offering a job you couldn't handle.
Who knew? Sure showed the breeders who the alphas are.
Plenty of back alleys and blind corners around here. We'll put them to good use.
I feel like that giant hand is watching you.
Two clues down. 8 to go.
Who the hell's idea of fun with this? Bad move!
Refreshingly
That's
patriotic
3 clues.
Nuka-Cola victories.
The letters must spell something.
Okay, that's another clue found. Aha, got another one. Clue number 7.
Rad's here, boss. We ought to steer clear. The hell's going on? Not today, pal.
Eight clues. Almost done. That's clue number 9. One left. And that's all 10 clues. Better get these back to Sierra and see what you can make of them.
Oh, look who's back.
Careful out there. The park's a pretty dangerous place.
I know you're the one that locked us in that death trap out there.
I found all the hidden cappies. Each one had a letter?
Great. Let me take a look at these letters. Well, anyone who stared at Nuka-Cola merchandise as long as I have would get this one pretty fast. The letters definitely spell refreshing. It's simpler than I was expecting.
Well, damn. I was sure the letter spelled fresh ginger. That stuff is great in hot tea with honey, lemon, a little brandy, a lot of brandy.
Nice try, but you'd be 1 G short. So let's just assume it's refreshing. This door should lead to Brad Burton's office, but it's locked up tight. The keypad is the only way to open it. I guess we just need to key in the 10 numbers that correspond to the word refreshing. You did all the work looking for the hidden cappies, so you should be the one who gets to enter the code.
Sierra.
That's it! The door's unlocked! Let's go inside! Let's search carefully. I'm willing to bet this place has a few secrets, and they'll probably be well hidden. The formula would be hidden somewhere. No way Brad Burton would leave it out in the open. This is like walking through history. Just look at this place. Search carefully. What we're looking for might not be easy to find.
Hi, Sierra.
Look in, around, and behind everything.
I suppose everything's got its uses, but that... I don't know, boss.
I know that formula's here. I also know it'll be carefully concealed. Wish I could have been here before the war.
In regards to Nuka-Cola Clear production, I think it's obvious that we need to take a step back and examine the facts. Project Cobalt dropped Quantum in our laps, so I think it's best we leverage its potential popularity before someone else beats us to market. Additionally, installing the equipment to produce both flavors would cost us a pretty penny, and I'd rather use the funds to promote Quantum. We also have our lemon lime flavor debuting soon, and need to work out how to market two clear-colored flavors simultaneously. With all these factors taken into account, I have no choice but to hold off Nuka-Cola Clear production for at least the next 2 fiscal years.
Wow! This is amazing.
Look, Brad Burton, I didn't fly down from D.C. to get jerked around. You either sign off on Project Cobalt or I can walk right out that door.
This isn't like deciding what color bottle to pick for our next flavor, General. You're asking me to take my laboratories and my beverage years and basically turn them over to your team. I need assurances that my people and my facilities are going to be treated with the respect that they deserve.
You and I both know that's a load of horse shit.
Let's search carefully.
Stop treating me like one of your soft drink competitors. I'm here representing the U.S. military. I already told you you'd be well compensated. Now cut the crap and tell me what you're really after.
Fine. I want in on the military's LEAP-X program.
What? How the hell did you know about that?
Let's just say you're not the only one in this room that can throw his weight around in Washington, General. I've been following the program ever since its inception, and I have to say that I'm impressed. The ability to keep a human in a state of veritable immortality using a machine, now that's something that I didn't expect from the military. Look, you want me to agree to this proposal, then get me on the LEAP-X list, and I'll sign whatever you want.
I always knew you were a greedy son of a bitch, John. But the last thing I expected to hear is that you were afraid of death. If you know so much about LEAP-X, then you know it's in its infancy, and there are a lot of kinks to be worked out. It isn't as easy as throwing a switch and suddenly you can live forever.
Stop trying to talk me out of it. We both know the enemy is developing chemical and biological weapons, and that my beverageers are the top organic chemists in the world.
Somewhere.
Our countries are in a race where no one comes in second, General. So you need to ask yourself, can you really afford to stand here and say no?
You had this all figured out before I even arrived, didn't you? Okay,
Search
fine.
carefully.
You want in on the LEAP-X program, you got yourself a deal. You know, maybe immortality is what's best for you, Brad Burton.
You know,
Be a goddamn shame to let that ego go to waste.
Hey, Sierra.
look in, around, and behind everything. Look at that! Mr. Brad Burton, you were one sneaky devil.
Going down.
What do you think is in here? Wow! What is this place? Let's take a closer look. after you. Now this looks interesting. Come on. What on earth? Wait. No. It can't be. That's John Caleb Bradburton! Or at least it's his head. Wow!
Who are you? I haven't seen a real human face in so long. I had given up all hope.
Oh my god! It's alive! He's alive! My name's Sierra, sir. I'm your biggest admirer. I love Nuka-Cola more than anything. This is such an honor.
You there, with the Pip-Boy. What are you doing here?
We used the contest code to get in. What the hell happened to you?
I made a devil's bargain, though I didn't know it at the time. This was General Braxton's plan all along. Damn the man. He called it Project Cobalt. In exchange for my weapon design, he would give me access to life-extending technology. I'm such a fool for taking him at his word. He never told me that this would be the price.
Who was General Braxton?
He was one of the top men in the Army Research Laboratory's Weapons and Materials Division. He'd taken a keen interest in my quantum mechanics research and offered me a trade. In exchange for my assistance on a top-secret weapons project, he gave me access to an experimental process that would artificially extend my life. Like a fool, I leapt before I looked. I've certainly paid the price for my short-sightedness.
A weapon? I don't believe it. Why would the genius who brought so much joy to the world want to make something destructive?
Genius is restless, madam. It must expand, seek new challenges, and explore new frontiers. So yes, a weapon. It was going to be a quantum-enhanced variant of the standard portable tactical warhead. In fact, the prototypes are stored in this very chamber. You can have them on one condition. I want you to shut off the power to this machine that's keeping me alive. I want to die.
What? No!
Are you really sure that you want to die?
I've had plenty of time to think about it.
You can't kill him. He's a great man. He invented Nuka-Cola, the best thing in the world.
Lady, you don't know what a torment it is. Being trapped here alone and staring at the same wall, decade after decade. Now please shut up while I talk to your more rational friend here. I realize that what I'm asking isn't easy, but there's something in it for you. When the power is cut, the door to the prototype storage room will open automatically. Take anything you want. I don't care anymore. Just please, set me free at last. I can't bear this loneliness any longer.
Wait. I have an idea. Mr. Bradburton wants to die because he's lonely, right? Well, maybe I could stay with him, you know? Keep him company, give him someone to talk to. He's like a hero to me.
You've got a point. But I want compensation for the prototype ammo I won't be getting.
Well, I do have one thing that might interest you. I've got a limited edition Nuka-Cola jumpsuit. It's really stylish and not many were made. It's one of my most treasured possessions, but, well, I'm willing to let you have it.
A Nuka-Cola jumpsuit? Ha! That's a paltry prize compared to what I'm offering. The choice is yours. But I beg you to honor my wishes. There is no one else who can help me.
I sort of feel sorry for him. I couldn't stand being a frozen head. How could I drink Nuka-Cola?
Hi, Sierra.
I'm almost afraid to ask, but... what's your decision?
What about the secret Nuka-Cola formula you think is locked up in that vault?
That was before we found John Caleb Bradburton in the flesh. Well, mostly. Who knows? Maybe he'll tell me the Nuka-Cola formula himself, along with all kinds of other things. That would be incredible. Please, tell me that you'll let him live.
I'll accept your offer. I won't shut the power off.
Thank you, thank you, thank you! You're doing the right thing! After all, this is a great man we're talking about. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a living legend to talk to. Good luck running Nuka World!
Help yourself to anything that you think is useful. None of it means much to me anymore. You can't know how wonderful a real conversation can be until you've gone without one for a few hundred years. I commend your diligence. It can't have been easy to find your way in here. I won't deny that it's nice to have some company again. I'm pleased to know that even now, the legacy of my work is still appreciated. Sierra has made that very clear to me. I won't deny that it's nice to have some company again.
I'm going to see what else I can find in this place to add to my collection.
Sierra.
Guess I'll be heading home soon. Not much left for me here. This trip was totally worth it. I'm so glad I came here. Someday, I should write a book about all this. And before you ask, yes, you'll be a big part of the story.
Hey, Sierra.
That was quite an adventure, wasn't it? I'm going to see what else I can find in this place to add to my collection.
Hi there! If you have any questions about Nuka World, and remember, if you...
Tell me more about these.
I'd be delighted to. Spread throughout once you've got a complete...
I've got a full set of park medallions.
So you do! Why, that's just Nuka-tastic! Here's your special reward. What else would you like to know?
Tell me about the Nuka-Cola Corporation.
Our story begins in the year 2044, when soft drink pioneer John Caleb Bradburton created the formula for a drink he named Nuka-Cola. When released to the market, the delicious beverage was nothing short of a sensation, quickly becoming system malfunction.
You want the truth about Nuka-Cola? It's toxic swill that'll rot your teeth out, but you imbeciles gulp that poison sludge by the bottle.
System restored. With the release of our latest flavor, Nuka-Cola Quantum. Be sure to try a cold, refreshing bottle of Nuka-Cola Quantum today. What else would you like to know?
No questions for now.
In that case, thanks for system malfunction.
You're still here?
System, have a great day.
Guess you heard the alarm, huh? Well, you know the deal. You want to take down another worthless wastelander?
There's not gonna be a fight. Set them free.
Damn, really? Well, you're the boss. Won't pretend I'm not disappointed, though.